Namaste. So far, we have seen meaning of industries, definition of industries, different types of industries. So, so we have got some information about industry. We know that industries are necessary for the well-being of the people of every country because industries, together with agriculture, helps the country in achieving its economic growth and development. ರೈಟ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಗತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಒಂದಿಗೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಅಗ್ರೋ ಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಈಗ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾತ್ರದಿಂದವೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ along with the agriculture we have to depend on industries also. However, with everything else there are two sides of coin. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದನ್ನು ತಕ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು 100% ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಟೂ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್, another side disadvantage. Now let us have a glance over this. Now first we'll see what are the advantages of industries. In brief only, all I see or what all we see in brief we'll discuss. Okay. First point is industries help in generating the employment opportunities for the people, and in majority of the nations after agriculture it employs the highest number of people, and therefore it can be said to be livelihood of many families. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂಥ ಆ, ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಸಿ we are dependent on agriculture. In some countries using modern technology and all this, most of the population they are not working in the fields. They use technology, they have reduced the burden. They are, instead of human manpower, they are using machines and all this. But in India, in most of the parts, majority of the Indians use human resources for the agriculture purpose. That's why it generates, after the agriculture, what which field gives us more employment opportunities is this industries. They give employment opportunity to masses, skilled, unskilled laborers, semi-skilled laborers, and gives them income, and it raises their standard of living. Then next what you can see here is it improves the general standard of living. It is due to presence of many industries. We get to use array of products like television, clothes, automobile, furniture, etc. Right now, when we are using many more sophisticated comforts and luxurious goods, obviously it helps our life in making easier and improve the general standard of living. We can lead very good life, and the standard of life also it raises our standard of living. Okay, we just among the society, in the society we can shine with the ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ we feel we are comfortable, and some luxurious goods and all this they give us. Usually luxurious goods rich people keep with them, yeah, so we can enjoy some comforts and all this. It increases our standard of living. Then a prospering industrial environment is good for the country because government get income. Because government get income in the form of taxes from the industries. All the fields except even nowadays agriculture fields are also covered under comes under taxes. Those having hectares of land, they also have to give the taxes. So far it was exempted. But the industries and all other fields, they have to give taxes to the government. Taxes are real revenue to the government. Revenue, these are, see, why they collect taxes? Because they have to spend a lot of money to improve our infrastructure facilities like roads, dams, bridges. So many facilities we are provided. That all what here through revenues. That is revenues through taxation policy. So that is that's why whenever there are more number of industries, obviously the government get taxes more and more. So it becomes revenue to the government. It is an income. It gives income to the government as well. Then what I can say, industries makes the country independent because here we want so many nowadays. It is very difficult to live without machines and all this. That's why in most of the economics and all, it is told either industrialize or perish. ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Otherwise we have to perish ourselves. So because we can become independent, we no need to depend on other countries. Industries makes the country independent because once a country start producing goods with the help of industrialization, it does not have to depend on the other countries for its demand. It can save its money by reducing the imports. It can even export its produce, leading to foreign exchange income, which in turn makes the country more prosperous. Right now, when we are independent, we are producing our own goods and we can satisfy our own basic needs, our internal needs. And if there is any excess production, we can sell those goods to other countries. That is called export. ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮಾರಬಹುದು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಹಣವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ ಸಹ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ if you go to other countries, we cannot use our Indian currencies in other countries. Like any other country you can take, maybe USA, ಅಮೆರಿಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ರಿಟನ್, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಅಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯರ್ ಅದರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸಿನ ಪ್ರತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಸಹ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. Like we can lead independent life and we can enhance, we can grow, we can compete with other countries as well. Then next is all the industries converts raw materials to finished goods, which gives the country a wide option to choose from. ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಸಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ದೇ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ರಾ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. If raw materials means all the raw materials we cannot use. Even wood cannot be used as a furniture. So when wood is converted into furniture, the furniture is called finished goods. It gives various opportunities to country to make use of its own raw materials. You know that here various kinds of raw materials easily we get in India because we have so much raw materials. That's why India is called. India has all kinds of natural resources. Only the thing is the resources are to be properly utilized. When the opportunity we get with the help of industries, definitely we can prosper ourselves. Okay, there are so many things to be discussed. Only for understanding purpose, we discuss these many points as the advantage of industries. So there are some other points you can go through other books or internet or any other source of information. Okay, now let us go to the next aspect, that is disadvantages of industry. When there are advantages, obviously there must be disadvantages also because nothing is perfect on the earth. The biggest disadvantage is It contributes to increase pollution, right? It is the very biggest one, pollution, because all the industrial units, they emit poisonous gases, which over the years have turned out the whole turned out to be the major causes behind the global warming. We have heard global warming, greenhouse effect, and so many things. Carbon methane, even carbon dioxide too much is there in the climate. It is also dangerous for us. And you might have heard Bhopal tragedy. Because of the Bhopal tragedy means in the leakage of poisonous gases killed so many people. Because of the industries, all the industry smokes, industry leftovers, they're all harmful to the environment, harmful to the animals, or birds, or living things. Okay, so it leads to industries pollute the environment. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದರಿಂದ ಬರುವಂಥ ಧೂಳು ಹೊಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಇದು ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇವನ್ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಓಝೋನ್ ಅದು ಹರಿದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಇವನ್ ನಾವೀಗ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆಸಿಡ್ ರೈನ್, these are all because of industries. Okay. Now, next point what we can discuss here is industries leads to shift in the preference of people and they tend to prefer working there. Shift in the preference of people and they tend to prefer working there because more money and opportunities rather than in agriculture sector, and as a gap is created because of this, which in the long term can lead to food shortage because of the lack of interest in agriculture and allied activities. Industry leads to shift in the preference of people. ನಿಮಗೆ see, shift in means people shift from agriculture to industry, and they prefer to work in industries only because they can work for a longer period. When they work for longer period, they get more and more income, and they get more and opportunities to earn there. So what happens here? People nowadays, you can see in India more here. Most of the people, they are from villages. They migrated to urban areas or cities because they want to avoid agriculture. They don't find agriculture is very interesting. Instead, they find industries are very handsome, and they can even they think it is better to live in a urban or cities. So if it continues, one day we have to find the shortage of food. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಜನವೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಏರಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರೂ ಸಹ ಉಳಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಫುಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಟು ಡೂ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫುಡ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ biggest problem due to industry we are facing. Then, since industries tend to attract many people, it leads to problem of urbanization. So, here, because when many people from rural areas shift to urban areas, it leading to urbanization problems. So, there they face lack of housing, congestion, lack of green space, health related problems, all these will be there. That's why it leads to problem. ಈಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಅರ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮನೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ಅತಿ ಜಾಗ ಇಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಸಿಕ್ಕುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಕಾಡಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಟ್ಟೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮನೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದ ವೇಸ್ಟೇಜು, ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ಸಹ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸೊ So it spoils our life also. This is also one of the major problem of industry. And it sometimes creates monopolies which ultimately leads to exploitation of consumers. You know that here monopolies means here some industries become leader, means for them competitors very easy, very difficult to find. uh, they ultimately lead to exploitation of consumers of the country, and the huge gap between the rich and poor is also attributed to the industries. ಈ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮೊನೊಪೊಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಲೆಗೆ ಮಾರಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ನಾವು ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಲವು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮೊನೊಪೊಲೀಸ್. ಅದು ಮೊನೊಪೊಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಇರದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಾವು ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಇಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ ನೀವು ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ಗೆ ರೈಲ್ವೆನೇ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಫಿಸ್ಟಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೊನೋಪೊಲೀಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಟೆಡ್ ದರ್. Whatever the price they charge, whatever quality they prepare, whatever quality of product they prepare, then all this it affects the consumers. So ultimately consumers are exploited here. Then many industries have unhealthy working conditions which affect its work. Healthy working, when urbanization is there and there is a lack of space and all these, it is very difficult to get healthy working atmosphere. Health hazards will be there in most of the industries. It affects the workers also. Overtime working, then with unrest. All this leads to workers' exploitation. Then so many industries or so many companies and all this, they release the poisonous gases. It may causes global warming. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಈಗ ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೈಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಭೋಪಾಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೈಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲೀಕೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ gas, so many people were killed in Bhopal tragedy. Like this, so many tragedies took place. Even in this coastal area, endosulfan, because of endosulfan, still today many people are suffering. So all this, all these leads even because of the poisonous gases, global warming. There is a danger of global warming. So it is also one of the severe disadvantages of industries. So apart from all these disadvantages, there are so many disadvantages you can go through only for understanding purpose, only to create the interests. These points are listed and discussed. You can go through other books and you can refer and you can understand. Okay. So for the today we'll conclude. So I hope you all are fine at home. Be at home, be safe, and work hard. Also, this is June. That's why you need to work for yourselves. Don't waste time. That's why keep touch with the studies. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll see the next day.